Hey, you know that thing where shows like recap the previous show in case you haven't watched in a while?
Oh yeah, for sure.
We should do that with our show.
I think so. Let's do it. And she featured the event card. Just give a little overview of that solution.
What I love about the event card, we call it the event card platform, but it's used for so many other things. People use it for holiday gifts, years of service, whatever it might be. But it's a great solution for people who want to offer choice, but they still want it to be something that's customized and special, because we're able to include a video or a letter, from the awarding company.
It makes perfect sense. Great for the holidays, great for events, great for other occasions. And there's several new Bose products, Mark, that have just been released. And I want you to talk about this product right now.
Here we have on the table is the Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds. And so this is the second generation of these earbuds. Incredibly portable, obviously, too. The case charges the earbuds, so the battery lasts a long time and they're ready to go whenever I need them. We can also decorate on this product, add a logo through laser engraving.
For sure. And then let's shift over to this product here. But this is the new Bose Micro 2nd Gen. Kev, you want to talk a little bit about what's new about this?
Yeah, on the back side, it used to be a rubber strap, which was an elastic strap, and now it's kind of just a Velcro strap, so it's a little bit stronger, lasts a little bit longer. And then they've also improved the battery life of this. The size is just a slightly bit bigger. It's not very noticeable unless you're comparing them to each other. The improvement of the actual product itself is amazing.
I think you guys are really going to love this because they've got a high-tech studio. Let's go to that studio right now and bring in our friends Tony and Ali from Razer USA.
My name is Ali Kermani. I'm the VP of Marketing here at Razer USA. And my partner here to my right is Mr. Tony Rodriguez,
National Director of Sales.
Both Tony and I are founding employees of Razer. We were with the owner of Razer before he even started Razer scooters. We've been part of the Razer family ever since.
Yeah, is this the 25th anniversary?
This was our 25th anniversary year. Quite the ride. We're happy to partner with Incentive Concepts as well too, and all of the wonderful people that you work with as well, bringing our brand to everybody out there.
Welcome to Reward the Extraordinary Live, where recognition goes beyond the ordinary.
In every episode, we highlight powerful stories, bold solutions, and premium gifts that make appreciation unforgettable.
You're joining a community that celebrates impact. One act, one moment, one person at a time.
Thanks for being here, and let's get into it.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome to Incentive Concepts Live, Reward the Extraordinary Live. Andy Hudson, Director of Marketing. We're glad you're joining us today. There was supposed to be a little video there that teed up this episode, but that's okay. No problem. We're just going to get right into it. The number of people that submitted an RSVP for this live event is, let's just say it's extraordinary, because we got tons of amazing people that RSVP'd. So before I welcome our guests, we're gonna highlight some of these. Let's look at the first one from Christina Hughes from TELUS. And the question was, what's the most rewarding trip you've taken and what made it extraordinary? She's talking about getting immersed in the culture, give back to the community. She recently did a CSR activity in South Africa where we spent the day with the children in their school, planted in their garden, played a very competitive football match, and handing out snack items. Fantastic, Christina. That's wonderful. And our next one is from Julissa, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Julissa, hopefully you're joining us there. She's relatively new to the industry. Her extraordinary trip was Nashville, Tennessee. It was her first trip that she planned as a new role in the National Sales Event Manager. So Julissa, hopefully that event went well, and congratulations. Thanks for joining this crazy industry of meetings and events. And then Melanie Wimmer, she RSVP'd, I think just earlier today maybe, or yesterday. Her favorite and most extraordinary trip she took was to Israel to meet her dad's family, spend some time together looking at pics and hearing family stories. That's a bucket list place for me to visit for sure. And then last for this batch is Kurt Darland. His most extraordinary trip was an award trip with a luxury hotel chain, well thought out and packed with several gifts and surprise delights that made us feel appreciated. And that kind of segues into our guests here in the studio, because that's what we're all about, is surprising and delighting with gifts and rewards. We have Mark Brickler, who's our longtime co-host, or kind of longtime co-host. Yeah.
Hey, Andy.
How you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Good to see you. What's the most rewarding trip that you've taken, and what made it extraordinary?
My wife and I like to travel. My favorite trip so far has been to Italy. We like great food and an occasional bottle of wine and culture, so Italy's a good destination for that.
Man, I need to go to Italy too. That's a
great.
bucket list for me. Brian, the Italian in the group. Maybe.
That's right.
So yeah, okay.
I've never been.
Brian Revolta, senior VP of Business Development. I think that's your title.
I think so.
How are you? What about your answer to that question?
Probably when we went to Maui, it was actually an incentive trip. Then my wife and I actually tacked on a few days at the end of the trip. And, being in this industry, we've all got some great contacts, and we were able to do a helicopter tour with Maverick Helicopters where we were able to actually land in the Hana rainforest and kind of walk around in there, and it was really cool. It was kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Love it. I'm actually not getting on my feed any of the chats coming in. Are you getting any of the chats coming in over there from people that are watching?
I don't see
Maybe
it.
we can put a few up here, our producer behind the scenes, and we can read some. Kevin Hagan, good afternoon. We're just going to, Katie, you're the backstage right now. You can just throw a few up there, and we'll just read them as they come on. But good afternoon to you, Kevin. Thanks for joining. We love seeing you. So great, fantastic. We looked at some chat comments here. We looked at some RSVP submissions. This is a great episode. Brian, what's going on right now? We're going to talk about the events and meetings industry. Talk a little bit about what's going on in your world when it comes to that industry.
Sure. So as we're going to talk about today, we just last month had IMEX in Las Vegas, which is the biggest trade show in the world for meeting and event planners. And so it was a great opportunity for us to meet with meeting and event planners and talk about what they've got coming up in 2026 and even 2027. So right now we're just kind of knee deep in putting together proposals. Carly and Michelle are super busy getting that done. They do a great job with it, but that's really what we're focused on right now.
Right. And Mark, when it comes to this world of meetings and events, what's your vibe going right now?
Busy. So IMEX follow-up for the most part, and as Brian mentioned, it's the biggest event in the industry. So just new clients, new contacts to reach out to, plenty of projects to work on. So just enjoying those conversations and the project work.
Yeah, and getting ready for the holidays, of course.
Of course.
Sure that everybody's excited about that. Let's look at a few more viewer comments that came in when we RSVP'd, and I think a few of these people maybe did attend IMEX. So we have Missy Embry. Her most extraordinary trip was to New Zealand. She went rappelling, ziplining, and bungee jumping. Sounds like a full day there.
I wouldn't do any of those.
Okay. While her husband worked. That's what you do, right?
Nice.
She could do play and do whatever she wanted to. Great trip. Missy, thank you for sharing that. Our own Lisa Brown, who works for Incentive Concepts. She's been a longtime employee. We love Lisa. Her most rewarding trip was to Canada. She visited Montreal, Quebec, drove the entire Gaspé Peninsula? Hopefully I'm saying that right. First time seeing a whale and the Northern Lights. Northern Lights have been around here the past couple of nights, haven't they?
Incredible.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Did you get a chance to check them out, Brian?
Just on Instagram.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's some good
Past my
photos.
bedtime.
Exactly, past your bedtime. Yeah, 9:00. And let's see, Brooks Bowman from Halo. He attended the Halo Breakthrough event in Miami, and it was fun. The weather was perfect. Can't go wrong with the weather in Miami, right? And outings and benefits for salespeople were outstanding. And then one more, we've got Shelley Townsend from PwC. Her favorite or extraordinary event was the Miraval Resort in Massachusetts. Second solo vacation. The thing she said with this was it was device-free, which I think I want to take one of these things, Mark. How about you, like just to disconnect and...
That sounds like a good idea. I don't know if I could do it, but it sounds like a good idea.
Well, you have young kids, and you'd have to be in touch with them. But Brian, how about you? Do you think you could handle a disconnected event?
I don't know. That'd be tough. Like, it sounds like a great idea in theory. I just wonder how long it would be before you start reaching for that phone that's not there.
Yeah, well, for your Instagram, looking up that is. All right, cool. We are going to do a giveaway later today, so make sure to tune in for that like we always do. But right now, I want to show this really cool video. We're all going to watch it together here that our featured guest, who's going to join us here in a few seconds, created from the IMEX America event. So let's go ahead and roll that clip right now.
your meetings?
Oh, it's been such an amazing day. The meetings have been incredible.
That's so exciting. I'm so glad you stopped by our booth.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. I'm here at the MGM Resorts Gifting Suite, and I'm going to go see if I can get a hole-in-one.
Hole-in-one. That was totally a hole-in-one.
As much as I would like to stay and enjoy this very comfy bed after an amazing day of meetings, I have some evening events to get to, so see you in a minute. Ta-da! Now I get to go off to some incredible evening events. Why don't you come along with me?
All right, love that video. And without further ado, let's bring on Suzanne from the IMEX Group. Suzanne, are you tuning in, my friend?
I think
Whoa.
so. I think I'm here.
Whoa. Look at your camera. You look like a green and black bar.
Why is it
Oh, we can
doing
hear
that?
you.
We've been trying all this time. Hold on.
I don't know. Maybe there she is. All right. Good to see you.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties today, but I'm here and I'm really pleased to be here.
Thank you for joining us so much. We'd love to hear a self-introduction and then answer the question that everyone was asked or answering about an extraordinary recognition experience that you've either attended or witnessed and that left a lasting impression. Go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm Suzanne Mulligan. I'm the head of engagement at IMEX Group. I'm based actually in the UK, but I'm a New Yorker by birth, hence the accent. But yeah, it was really fun to read some of the people's examples. I have been on this side of planning for my whole career. So I would have to say my most extraordinary experience that I got to join was actually IMEX used to have something called the IMEX Challenge. And about 12 years ago, I got to go to Slovenia, to Ljubljana, and I was able to work with other members of the events industry to build bee houses at a home for young adults with additional needs. And there was about 15 of us, and we spent a week together in Slovenia, really learning about the culture, physically building a bee house. And the bee house is still there. You can visit it. And I've really connected with that community. I learned how to say, I've got one Slovenian sentence, which is Vaša mesto je najlepše, which if you speak Slovenian, you're going to be like, oh, that wasn't very good. But it means your city is the most beautiful city. And yeah, I absolutely loved it there.
Awesome, for sure. And I kind of want to travel with you, Suzanne. And Mark, what do you think about that event that she just shared?
The bee house. It's amazing. I've never heard of anything like that in an event. Just a unique experience. That's amazing. Yeah. And I've never been to Slovenia. Would love to go.
So, Suzanne, tell us about your role with IMEX in just like one or two sentences, if you don't mind.
I like that you clarified that because I talk a lot, but yeah, so I'm really lucky. I get to do the social media primarily at IMEX amongst other things. So I get to kind of build a community online and be part of that community that makes this industry so special. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for IMEX for about 8 years now.
Mm-hmm. And talk about that video that we just watched before bringing you on. It was like a day in the life of a hosted buyer, if I'm not mistaken, or?
Yeah, it's something I've wanted to do for a long time. The hosted buyer program at IMEX is sort of what makes our event so special. And it's what really brings that magic and that connection to our buyers that get to attend the show. So, I've always wanted to know what it must feel like to get to be a hosted buyer. And I was able to work with our partner PRA on that and get to really experience a day in the life. And obviously kitted out with my excellent Briggs & Riley backpack.
Yeah, for sure. And Brian, you attended IMEX, and you've attended for probably 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, 13, 14 years.
Yeah. Yep. The hosted buyer program that Suzanne mentioned is so important for IMEX. But how does it resonate with us as an exhibitor and an attendee at an event like that?
Yeah, so I mean, really, the hosted buyer portion of it kind of pre-qualifies a lot of the attendees. You know that you're not going to have nearly as many tire kickers. You're going to have people that are actually there to do business, and because they're being hosted by somebody, and so whoever's hosting them wants to make sure that they're inviting buyers who have business to do. So it's great for us. It gives us an opportunity to speak about specific opportunities that are coming up and work with people on the events that they have coming up.
Mm-hmm. And talk a little bit more about kind of our presence at the show, and maybe, Suzanne did mention Briggs & Riley backpack there. You wanted to talk a little bit about that whole thing that we set up? Or?
Sure. So our presence at the show, we're one of very few merchandise gifting exhibitors that are there. Most of the booths there are either individual properties or cities, countries, whatever it might be. So when people see a merchandise gifting booth, they tend to stop just out of curiosity, if nothing else. But we have a lot of meetings. We strategically send out surveys to our appointments ahead of time so that when they get there, we can talk about exactly what opportunities they might have. You don't have a ton of time with them, and they've got meetings all day, every day, so the more efficient that you can make it, the better. And the Briggs & Riley promotion that we ran was great. Really brought some people to the booth. It had people talking about it, got us a little bit of presence on social media as well, so it was a really good idea.
Cool. And actually, Suzanne, you stopped by our booth, if I'm not mistaken, maybe on the second day of the show. I don't know, but I think we have that video right now that we can queue up. So let's go ahead and watch that clip right now.
I'm here with Brian from Incentive Concepts. We worked with them on these amazing bags for the social teams. Brian, tell me a little bit about Incentive Concepts.
Sure. First of all, we really appreciate the opportunity to partner together on this. It's been a lot of fun. Gotten a lot of feedback on the promotion. But we're a gifting company, so we do a lot of on-site gifting. We can do pre or post-program drop ships. We've got an event gifting program that we can do that's through a virtual platform as well. So it's really exciting. We've got some great new products from Bose, Briggs & Riley. We're now doing a shoe fitting from Cole Haan, which is really new for us. So a lot of exciting things going on.
Fantastic. And one of the things we really liked about these bags is they're completely sustainable. So you should definitely come down, speak to Brian and his team, and see what you can do for your events.
Love it, love it, love it. Mark, Brian mentioned Cole Haan and a potential shoe fitting event, and then also sustainability with the Briggs & Riley bags in that clip. Talk a little bit about those two opportunities and what they could lead to from your perspective.
Well, there's been an incredible amount of interest in Cole Haan. Cole Haan is a relatively new brand for us, but of course a brand with a great legacy. They make exceptional shoes. I'm wearing a pair of them right now. So excited to get those events up and running and launch. Briggs & Riley is an exceptional brand, for gifting, for events. It's perfect, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Suzanne, coming back to you. That Briggs & Riley backpack that you toted around the entire time, and then there was some, I think, slings that the rest of the team had. Talk a little bit about that product, what it meant to you, what it meant to your team.
Yeah, it was so great. I just have to clarify that it doesn't ever get easier watching yourself on camera again. But yeah, the backpack's just here because I literally do use it every single day. But I think what I really liked about it was that it feels like something that was made for our industry, so for the road warriors who are out and about. I've done a couple of trips since IMEX, and I take the backpack. And, it's got a slot for everything, a space for everything, and it's really, really comfortable. So it was just it made me feel quite special as well to have that IMEX piece. I think especially walking around the show floor and walking around the hotel that I was part of the IMEX team, part of the IMEX community.
Yeah, for sure. And we just really appreciate all that you did to make that possible. And of course, Briggs & Riley, we're going to feature them here in just a few minutes. But before we do that, let's look at a few more viewer submissions. Because again, we got tons of RSVPs for this, Suzanne, and I think people knew that you were attending, and that's why they RSVP'd, by the way.
I don't know about that.
Well, we didn't tell them Brian was coming, so that must have been the thing. Anyway, so we have Mary Beth Reeves from McKay Global Meetings and Events. Her favorite place or most rewarding trip was to Japan. Different culture and getting to go to multiple cities within the country was amazing. Ever been to Japan, Mark?
I haven't.
Oh my
Sounds
God,
amazing.
that would be amazing. And then Marissa Douglas, Banff, Canada in the summer, hiking up a glacier. and mountains, unplugging, seeing insanely beautiful views, spending time with her family. And then how about Kristen Purdy? I think, Suzanne, this is your favorite comment so far. IMEX, the connections and conversations. That was her most rewarding event. Yeah, way to go, Kristen. Hopefully you're watching. And last but not least, in this group anyway, Julie Kruger. It was actually an incentive I planned, but what made it extraordinary is that everyone felt so special due to the personalized experiences we planned around every corner. So, Suzanne, that kind of ties in with what you said, is that your backpack was almost personalized, or at least logo branded. But Brian, what does that mean in the world of events right now, the personalization or customization?
Yeah, everybody's looking for experiential, and they're looking for things that are different. Everybody's trying to outdo the last year's event, right? Whatever bar you raise, then you have to raise that the following year, and especially in incentive travel, because you're rewarding top achievers, you're rewarding the people who really drive your business. And so you've got to make sure that every year you're going above and beyond to make them feel special and make them know how much you appreciate what they contribute to your business.
Yeah, Mark, you want to add anything to that? Or?
No, I just agree. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Now listen, Briggs & Riley is the sponsor of this this program, or this episode, or as Brian likes to call it, our little TV program here that we put on, the Andy Hudson Show. And Mark's part of it too, and Suzanne's part of the family now too, so welcome, Suzanne. But we interviewed 2 Briggs & Riley executives just the past couple of days in advance, and we thought we could play that video right now. And so we're going to look at a Briggs & Riley panel discussion with Colleen and Asia from Briggs & Riley. Let's go ahead and roll that clip right now.
And we've got 2 really fun guests joining us today, Colleen and Asia from Briggs & Riley. Colleen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Tell us a little bit about yourself real quick.
I've actually been with Briggs & Riley for 25 years, so quite a bit of my lifetime. Really excited to be here with you.
Thanks. And Asia, you're part of the marketing team there, I think. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I've also been here for quite a bit, not as much as Colleen, but I've been here for 12 years. So, long time with the company, but excited to get on and talk a little bit about our brand.
Yeah, fantastic. We love having Briggs & Riley here at Incentive Concepts. It's our flagship luggage brand for sure. So Asia, Briggs & Riley is known for its engineered for life promise and lifetime guarantee, which is just fantastic. What does this say about the brand's commitment to quality and long-term value?
Yeah, I mean, really at Briggs & Riley, we pride ourselves on our lifetime guarantee. It's in our thoughts from the initial idea of what we're going to do all the way through design and manufacturing process. Even after a bag's launched, if something's not working right or we're getting repairs on it a lot, it comes back in through our design team. Our design team and repair team sit in the same office. So we actually make repairs and keep working through the quality of the product as we go. We want everyone to know when you buy a Briggs & Riley bag, it's for life.
I have a Briggs & Riley bag. I have several actually, and they just travel fantastic. I can tell you that for sure. Colleen, coming over to you, whether you're a business traveler or traveling for adventure or just pleasure, how does Briggs & Riley design products that meet the needs of all of these different travelers?
I guess every journey is different, but all travelers really want the same basic thing, right? They want their bag to be functional. They want it to be something that they can count on. And with Briggs & Riley, we have 7 different collections that address needs of all different types of travelers. But every single one of our bags has that lifetime guarantee, so people can really count on them.
And since I've been with Incentive Concepts, I've really seen the evolution of Briggs & Riley over the past 9 to 10 years. How is Briggs & Riley really innovating and staying ahead of the trends for modern travelers and really for gift recipients, since we're in the gifting world?
Yeah, things have really changed in the 25 years that I've been here. We've now added, pockets for tablets and e-readers into our bags. We've got spaces for putting their phone and their charging bricks in there. All of our bags now have personalization. So people really like to put monograms on their bags, but we also can do logos for gifting, for corporate gifting, which works great.
And I mentioned this earlier. I've been around for 10 years. Incentive Concepts and Briggs & Riley have partnered for even longer than that, a really long-standing partnership, which has been fantastic. So Colleen, from your perspective, what does that mean, and what makes being able to collaborate together so seamlessly, powerful and successful for both companies?
Incentive Concepts, you've created that perfect experience for gifting. And when I see reps suggest Briggs and Riley product, they can feel confident that the workmanship and the pricing and the value of our bags are there, that you're there to support the customer. We're there to support the product. We've been really pleased over all these years.
Love it. Well, we appreciate everything that you bring to the table too. So Asia, coming back to you one more time, let's look ahead to the future. Any new initiatives, any new innovations, or anything coming soon that you'd like to share with us?
I'm going to talk specifically about Baseline a little bit. We've been around for 30 years, and Baseline has been around since we started. We keep evolving Baseline. Take just the past couple years. We relaunched it in 2023. 2024, we came out with some new silhouettes and some new colors this year as well. We're really excited to keep this going in 2026. We have new silhouette coming out that we think is going to kind of fit the needs of between a carry-on and the checked bags we have now. Also, possibly some new colors at the end of next year.
And you all were kind enough to donate some bags that we then passed on to the IMEX Group. What did you think of seeing those in action on the show floor?
Yeah, from the little clips I saw, they looked great. We were really pleased with the personalization that you put on them, and I hope that everyone walking around with them were really pleased with the function of the bags too.
All right, what a great video that was. So cool. Suzanne, what do you think?
Oh, I love it. I mean, I think, from the IMEX perspective, we used the crossbody bags for our digital team primarily, and then also our sales team who are out on the show floor who need quick access. And everybody was obsessed with them. We've had a bit of a fight back in the office about who's going to get to use them for the next show. So, it was really we've never had anything like that. And I think everybody again, it makes you sort of part of the team, right? It's very clear that you work for IMEX. But also they're just so functional. And I think what I really loved is that, there's you can really feel that merch, right, is moving so much more towards intentional and purposeful pieces. And I think that's, if you're giving somebody something with a lifetime guarantee, it really is something that's super sustainable and super purposeful. And, IMEX is all for that. But I think, just personally, it's just such a nicer way to gift, right?
Yeah, for sure. And Brian, just talk a little bit more about what she just said, but also why did Incentive Concepts partner with Briggs in particular for this kind of collab?
Yeah, well, so exactly like Suzanne just said, we talked a few minutes ago about how you have to raise that bar on incentive travel because of the recipients and how important they are to your business. And so you have to make sure that you're using brands that are really going to resonate with that group and that they're going to appreciate. And so Briggs and Riley just really it just helps drive that home. When you're using Briggs and Riley luggage to go on a trip or the backpack while you're there or whatever it might be, you feel that it's an elevated experience.
Mm-hmm. And Mark, you want to add anything to that and kind of what does Briggs and Riley mean to you in these kind of recognition moments, so to speak?
Yeah. Suzanne mentioned the word road warrior earlier, and I was one at one point in my career, and the bags are really made for that. So it's a perfect fit for, frequent travelers and event gifting. But to Suzanne's point, again, personalizing the product makes it kind of that coveted item that, that people want to have, and, it reminds you of the event and the experience.
Yeah. And as she mentioned too, the warranty on it, when you're giving a product with a lifetime warranty, one of the questions you always ask is, well, how long do you want your award winner to enjoy the gift that they get? Well, if it's got a lifetime warranty, then you're getting a great product.
Yeah. So Suzanne, anything ever happens to that bag, you know where to go. Just ask Brian, and he'll take care of the warranty for you. All right, cool. We may go a little over 30 minutes, Suzanne, if that's okay with you. I know you're at 7 o'clock at night, but let's. But before we look at this last batch of RSVP submissions, because again, there were so many good ones, I do want to mention to people that we are going to have a drawing for a Briggs and Riley tote, and we may even give away more than one, honestly, depending on how many submissions we get. So just stay tuned. We'll tell you how to enter for that. And Suzanne, you can enter for that too if you want to, honestly. But yes. let's look at our next set of RSVP submissions. Our last set, we have Patty Romero from Cisco. The most rewarding trip for her was to Paris and Amsterdam. The team bonding and memories is forever. I've been to both Paris and Amsterdam. I would say that's beautiful. Nice. Fantastic. And then Tess Vismali, I really like this comment, and I really like this photo. This is amazing off of LinkedIn. She chose Anchorage. Visit Anchorage, made every touchdown customized, smooth and magical, walked away feeling like I know the destination. Life-changing experience. and she's really an equator baby, not loving the cold. So that was good for her. And then Deanna Basso from Manulife, she went to Dubai, being able to see a dream come to life. And then the one and only Sarah Swenson, who's part of our kind of extended family, she took her Briggs & Riley carry-on to visit her daughter in Barcelona, and the suitcase and the trip was extraordinary. Beautiful destinations with beautiful people. Sarah, thanks so much for sharing that comment, especially weaving in that Briggs & Riley message there. But listen, go to incentiveconcepts.com/excellence, and I think we can put a slide up here. There it is. incentiveconcepts.com/excellence. That where you can enter for a Briggs & Riley tote like you see here. Very fashionable bag, a lifetime guaranteed from the Rhapsody collection. Love it. And Brian, you can't enter for it, but Suzanne can.
That's fine.
Okay, fine. So now listen, Brian, before we end here, what if attendees this time of year are kind of getting close to the holidays, or event planners, and they want to offer a solution that's kind of an easy way to get a holiday gift in front of someone?
Yes, we do have a virtual gifting platform, which I think it was even in the intro that we talked about a little bit with our event card. And it's a great way to gift to people. We can deliver codes either electronically or by mail. People can redeem for the item that they want, as opposed to giving everybody the same thing. And it just allows people to choose something that really fits in with their lifestyle. There's never a dollar amount on the website, and the site is custom skinned to that program. So it just gives you another touch point that the gift is coming from the awarding company.
Right. And just having that option to choose something for yourself, instead of what if you already have a pair of headphones, or if you already have a Briggs & Riley backpack,
right?
You get to choose something different. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, the event card, offering choice recipients, them not having to, compare, pricing of different items, and they just see, an easy e-commerce like familiar experience. They select a product, they check out. It's easy, and they get to choose the item that works best for them.
Yeah. So Suzanne and anyone out there listening, if you do have a last-minute holiday. It might not feel last minute, but it's really getting close, isn't it, Suzanne? Do you guys do gifts for your teams at IMEX, by the way? No pressure.
We do. We do champagne and chocolates for the IMEX team.
Ooh, love it, love it. Well, that's wonderful. Suzanne, we're getting close to wrapping up here. But first of all, thank you so much for coming. It means so much that you're able to join us. And I know that you have a busy family life there, but talk a little bit for just maybe 30 seconds. What's coming next for IMEX, or maybe any themes that you see on the horizon in this events and meeting space?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, IMEX, we do 2 shows a year, one in May in Frankfurt and one in Las Vegas in October. So our team is kind of coming off of, our biggest IMEX America yet. We had 17,600 people at the show this year, which is incredible. So we're in this really nice space now where we're able to really refocus on what we want to accomplish in 2026. We actually had our debrief today, which we call a celebrations, where we all the teams come together and share what they saw and what they're looking forward to next year. And I think, I'll just keep going back to that purposeful word. I think that what we want to see in 2026 is that authenticity, the genuine connections. Our talking point for 2026 is design matters, which obviously I know is so important to your team. And I think it's just going to be exciting to see what kind of immersive and really genuine, authentic experiences and moments we all have together. Again, if you're on an incentive trip, or you're coming to a trade show, you're coming to an event, I think, how we blend cultures of cities and really genuine experiences is going to be what people want more of. It's about connection and community. And, I say it all the time, and I'll keep saying it, but that's all I think we want as humans.
Yeah, for sure. Design matters. I love that, Brian. I think we can piggyback on that probably.
I'm not creative enough to come up with anything better, so we'll just go ahead and
okay.
As they say over where Suzanne lives, we'll just go ahead and pinch that from her.
Okay. Looks like that sounds familiar. Brian, we are going to wrap up here. There's some closing thoughts on this episode and kind of this part of the year right now and what's ahead for Incentive Concepts.
Yeah, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, right now it's all about follow up from the opportunities at IMEX. We just get inundated with people with great opportunities, which is so nice because then it allows us to be creative in what we're doing. And, Carly and Michelle are doing a great job of getting those out as quickly as we can, but as thoughtfully as we can. And as Mark mentioned earlier, the new Cole Haan shoe fitting event is our biggest new thing right now. And that's something that we've got a lot of people interested in as well.
And Mark, Briggs & Riley was the sponsor for this event. Any message to them? I know there's a few Briggs & Riley teammates watching.
Oh, yeah. The video was great. The overview, just really appreciated that and learning more about the brand. Of course, I own the products as well. Great products. And just thanks.
Yeah, for sure. Don't forget, let's put that graphic up one more time to enter for a Briggs & Riley Rhapsody tote. If she can put it up again, incentiveconcepts.com/excellence. It is an excellent tote, let me tell you, that's for sure. And you can choose between black or plum, which is kind of neat. So we'll let the winners know for that tomorrow, likely. And Suzanne, closing thoughts from you before we leave. Thank you so very much.
No, yeah, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed it. And yeah, thank you to Briggs & Riley for my amazing backpack. It'll be going with me to Barcelona on Tuesday.
Oh, love it. Okay,
Nice.
wonderful. Our next episode is called Celebrating the Art of Precision, and it's on December 11th. And I'm really excited because Todd Myers, who's our amazing brand partner from Kangshan Cutlery, is going to be in town for a couple of days. So he's going to join us right here in the studio, Mark, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And we are going to feature that brand, and we're also going to talk about some messaging through precision and the artful craft of cutlery. So that'll be fantastic. Thanks to everyone. Again, that's December 11th. Go to incentiveconcepts.com/live. So thanks to everyone watching. Thanks to the entire group here, and a special thanks to Suzanne. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you next time.